Danny's on the line. So is Jason, Wayne, Kevin, and Robbie. One very difficult trivia question. Get it right, boom. Major prize and secondary prize. That's the two guys named Chris Cousy. Meanwhile, you can ask our panel if you need help. Chris Demm, Dave Aiken, or BB Shea. Or go multiple choice, and Danny will play first. Hello, Danny. How are you?
Hey, morning, Kelly. P1 here, Winston.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate
Boogie
it.
check.
Okay. Your,
BB Shea ever heard of a boogie check?
I doubt it.
It's a boogie check.
I don't think so, no. It's an old radio thing where you say, right?
You call in where you're doing?
Oh, okay.
And that's it. You just report.
It's a boogie check.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. BB Shea's down. He just tried to take a bite of an ice cream sandwich and sprained his neck.
Yeah. My jaw started cramping.
He said, oh, my God, I got a jaw cramp
My
here.
gland's full up.
We got a real...
You're a big foodie.
We got a real...
Yeah, but small mouth.
It's my limitation.
Man, next big foodie's out with a neck.
Biggie's got 101-degree fever.
Man, y'all fall apart.
Chamberlain.
I know. One of you's losing weight. The other big foodie's losing weight. Gee. He's on his hip.
You're falling apart.
Which one's which? Here's a math question, kids.
The big foodie.
Figure this one out.
One big foodie's taking shots to the gut.
You got
One's out with
skinny
a
and
neck.
fever and
Yeah. That's bad beat over there, son. My goodness. Okay, back to
All
Daddy.
right.
Here's your question, Daddy. Here we go. The color of the year has just been announced.
Good.
Peach fuzz. Peach fuzz is the color of the year. Danny, can you name either of the past two colors of the year? Either one of them, from last year or the year before?
Give me multiple choice.
Multiple choice. All right. Well, one of them, 2 years ago, it was periwinkle blue. Okay. So last year it was either candy apple red, cinnamon, magenta, or mauve. Which one was it?
Mauve.
No, I'm sorry.
And then there's mauve.
Magenta. They went magenta on you last year.
Magenta is a reddish purple.
Mm-hmm.
Mauve is a brown purple.
Yeah, it's more.
I like magenta.
I do too.
I like
I
magenta.
like the word. It's a great word.
And then there's this year's peach fuzz, which I don't even know who comes up with these. Why is it?
There's
the color
one
of
company. It's like Pantone or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. They announce it every year. It's the same people.
and do like paints and colors of fabrics start to turn that direction?
Nail colors.
Nail colors. That's what it is.
They have very creative.
And interiors, like throw pillows and
Very
what have
creative
you.
names.
Peach fuzz this year. Jason, hello. How are you?
Good. Good morning, fellas. P1 from Union County.
Well, thank you very much.
chick.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. The Golden Bachelor show has just ended. What does the Golden Bachelor have tattooed on his right shoulder? He revealed it during the competition.
I'm way too young to be watching that show, so I'm going to do multiple.
I didn't watch it either. Multiple choice. Okay, here it is. His wife's birth and death dates, a giant lion, a Harley Davidson, or the faces of all three daughters.
I'm going to go with Harley Davidson.
He's not a Harley Davidson. It's the giant lion. It's what he has tattooed on his right shoulder. Yeah, not the wife, not the daughters. Just
Isn't that what
lion.
your boy Ed Sheeran has?
He has so much, but yes,
But
he
he has
does.
a lion.
A huge lion. I think on his chest. BB Shea is an Ed Sheeran man too.
Yeah.
You know he has ketchup tattooed on him. Heinz ketchup.
Are you serious?
He's a big. He loves ketchup. I saw an expose on him, and he carries ketchup with him wherever he goes. So no matter what he's served, he can put ketchup on it, and he has the Heinz ketchup logo somewhere tattooed.
I'm
on
so
his
thankful to know that now.
Well, he's.
What do you think the
covered up.
lion is supposed to represent? Strength, king of the jungle?
I think
or
strength.
is it
Probably strength.
Zodiac.
Is it a Zodiac thing?
There's Leo the lion.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well, maybe
It's
that's
his birthday
it.
in
I
the
didn't-
summer.
I didn't think about. Well, I'm too young to watch it, so I don't know when his birthday is.
No, I mean your boy Sheeran.
Oh no, Sheeran.
When's his birthday?
Oh, I don't know. June 5th.
I think that's a Cancer or something.
Yeah, he's June 5th. We celebrate every year. Wayne, how are you?
I'm good, Kelly. I hope you all.
Doing very well, thank you. Here's your question. What was the first state in the country to tax cigarettes? I hear you.
Yeah, well, we're big on tobacco. It's got to be. I'm gonna say North Carolina.
It is not North Carolina. I know.
Did he use the wrong logic?
I think he did. It was 1921. Any guesses? I mean, it's just out. 1921. First time.
That
they taxed
long
it.
ago.
Yeah, that long ago. Yeah. First time it was taxed.
Pennsylvania.
Iowa.
Iowa.
2 cents per pack in
I
Iowa.
can't guess that.
Now there's an enormous tax on cigarettes, of course, as they're, I guess for health reasons.
They're expensive.
I bet like the tobacco producing states were the last.
Yeah, I bet his logic was flawed.
That's what I
there.
meant.
Yeah, that's right. His logic was probably flawed. So Iowa, not a tobacco producing state. In fact, they fight it. They're corn people.
They're corn people.
Yeah, the cornies.
Okay, Kevin's on the line to play. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Doing very well, thank you. What musician died in a plane crash in 1967, only 3 days after recording Sitting on the Dock of the Bay?
It's not Otis Redding, is it?
It is Otis Redding. You got it. That's a get. Very nicely done. Otis Redding. Only 3 days after recording his biggest hit song, and it went to number 1 after he died, right?
It did, and I think he is in the quote unquote 27 club.
Was he? What?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
He was that young. I thought he was old.
Boy, me too.
No,
I thought
he'd only
much
been recording for just a couple of years.
I did not know that. Now that's an interesting factoid.
He's
to me.
much. I mean, he's a young man.
I thought he was 60. I really
Lord
did. I
knows.
did. I don't know why I thought he was so much older than he was when he died. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's a good one. Robbie, hello. How are you?
P1 out of Rockingham, fine.
Boogie check.
We're boogie chicken now.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Okay. What 2 countries fought each other in the 100 Years' War, which actually lasted 116 years? What 2 countries fought against each other in that war?
Not too good at history. Let me have Mr. Christopher Demm.
There's the man to ask right there.
He fought in it.
Yep.
May I hear the question again, please?
Yes. What 2 countries fought each other in the 100 Years' War, which actually lasted 116 years?
Oh, I believe that is an England-France war.
He says England v. France, and he's got skin in that game. He's a France man. What are your thoughts? Agree or disagree?
I agree.
And it's right. England and France. The years that war was fought, 1337 to 1453.
That's quite a score.
Wow. That's a long time ago.
And, by the way, I was in error about Otis Redding. But he was not a member of the 27 club. He was 26.
Jeez.
Almost made it.
Aren't you shocked?
26.
I'm really...
No.
I'm shocked. I felt like his voice sounded older.
Yeah, he had
Yeah?
a lived-in voice.
That's right.
But he'd only been making records for 2 or 3 years.
Didn't know it. That's a really good factoid to me. Daryl, hello.
British won this 100 Years War, yeah?
You darn right. Still under protest. They don't like it in France.
Remember the baguette
They don't
brigade over here.
like it in France now, I'll tell you that. Daryl, hello, how are you?
Good morning. I would have been less surprised if you told me he was 72.
Me too. I was shocked. Okay. 2 female Olympic figure skaters have won gold medals in back-to-back Olympic Games. Name either one.
Yes, two. Dorothy Hamill and Oksana Bayou.
Wow. So you're going to go Dorothy Hamill and Oksana Bayul to try to name both. It's neither of those.
That's a very valiant effort.
But listen to you naming both of those great figure skaters. They've each won golds, I believe.
Going way back, too, yeah.
Thank you very much, Daryl. That's pretty good guesses there.
It's a tough question.
Very much. The answers are Sonia Henney.
In the 50s, I believe.
Looked her up. Was in the 50s, and she died early. She died of leukemia because I looked her up to see after we got this question. And
I think she used that as a springboard to showbiz, right? Briefly.
Yeah, she was in.
Yep.
That's how I knew her name, I think.
She was an ice skater in the movies, I think she did.
Okay, yeah.
That was her thing.
And much more recently, Katarina Witt.
Yes, from the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, she was terrific.
Still is.
Yes, she is.
Has a bit part in the movie Ronin, starring De Niro.
Yes.
She's an ice skater.
Yes, I've seen it. Yosemite Bill, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Where are you calling from?
Home.
Boogie check.
All right, man.
That's all I can tell you is home.
All right, a little boogie check on you.
Don't you work for a living?
House arrest.
Well, yeah, I do.
Clearly you don't.
Don't you have home? Yes. All right. Here's your. You sound like a Shakespeare man to me. That's a Shakespeare question.
Cue up the bard.
I have a Shakespeare question.
No way.
I have a Shakespeare question for you. There's only one word that starts with the letter X in all of Shakespeare, a character named Xanthippe in what play? Could be Xanthippe. In what play?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Taming of the Shrew, or A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Let's go with Macbeth.
It is not Macbeth. It is Taming of the Shrew.
The Shrew.
The Shrew has Xanthippe, yes. Sorry, Yosemite. Bill, we appreciate you playing and being so forthright with your location.
He wrote a lot of plays, didn't he?
Yosemite Bill?
Yeah.
I've written a few, I believe.
I don't think Bill can write out the words Yosemite.
Yeah.
It's misspelled on my
Sure,
leg.
seems to, yeah. Okay. All right, we have one more player here today. It is Mark, and then we'll play. Do we have time for the Hanukkah song? We don't. We don't have time for the Hanukkah song by Adam
The
Sandler.
Israelis have been through enough.
That's true, God. That's true. My God. We'll play Smokey Robinson's Hanukkah cameo.
You can play it next week, but you just got to get it done in
Got to get it done by
8
next
days.
Friday. Got 8 days, yeah. Okay, Mark is the last player. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing well.
Good. Good to hear from you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from home, but Yosemite Bill is not here.
Okay, all right. You're still calling from. That's a boogie check.
No, actually, I'm from Winston-Salem.
Okay.
All right.
Boogie check. Okay. What type of fruit was called a shaddock in the 19th century?
Can you spell it, please?
Shaddock. The name was changed in the early 19th century. A shaddock is now called a what?
Let me do multiple choice.
All right. Watermelon, cantaloupe, grapefruit, or mango?
I'll say grapefruit.
It is a grapefruit. You have a two guys named Chris Cousy. Yes, interesting here. A man named William Shattuck introduced the fruit in 1693 and to Jamaicans. And Jamaicans started calling it a grapefruit because it grew in bunches like grapes. So he found it, named it for himself. But then the name took off because Jamaicans noticed, okay, they grow like in bunches, and so they call them grapefruit.
Kind of conceited, isn't it?
Name it for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Come
too.
on, man.
You should do that. Day fruit.
Did he hybridize it, or did he actually
Said he introduced it. So does that mean he
did he take it from another climate?
must have?
I don't know.
Must have brought
That's an interesting story.
Yeah,
but
Shattuck.
it's a strange name for a fruit that it doesn't relate to. It's
Right.
not grape.
Yeah, so that does make sense that the reason they named it that was because of the way
bunches.
it grew. But I've never seen one growing, and I've never seen a bunch.
I've seen a grapefruit tree.
I haven't either.
You know, bell peppers, bell peppers, green ones, red ones.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
In Australia, they're called capsicums.
Oh, really?
And they don't call them peppers.
Huh. Did
So they have different names. I don't know how
Yeah.
they get those names or how they get changed along the way.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I had planned here on the grid to play the Hanukkah song, but we cannot. So one day next week, perhaps we'll play the Hanukkah song.
Ceasefire.
Can't have it.
How appropriate.
But it'll only last till next week. It can only last until next week. Unfortunately,
It's fragile.
It's very fragile.
If we bring Biggie back in here,
Very
can we
fragile.
buy a
It's
day?
very fragile
Can we
right
get
now.
some extra days without
Get
it?
a couple extra days. Yes, we'll give it to you.